You know, he doesn't have a bad voice. Do not put that cup in. I hope a cat eats one of these people, or all of you. Hey all you cool cats and kittens.
Bruh.
I'm Hannah Saulic, I'm the video team manager here at CinemaBlend, and I am about to start Tiger King episode 4. I've honestly been trying to pace myself with these because I got some advice from fellow reactor, Sean O'Connell, and he told me, quote, do not binge 3 episodes in a row because it's not even like you're watching TV anymore. But here we are, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Before I press play on episode 4, do me a favor and go down and hit subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you'll be the first to know as soon as our videos drop, and you can keep up with all of the fantastic content that we're putting out on CinemaBlend's YouTube channel on a daily basis. The title of this episode is Playing with Fire, and I'm already like 5,000% in, so let's go ahead and click play. I hope we get more music videos in this episode because honestly, that is what my soul needs right now. Yes! Ask and ye shall receive. You know, he doesn't have a bad voice. He sounds on par with every other country artist I've heard.
When you Google Big Cat Rescue, it pulls up Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida.
Do you know the power you have if
SEO,
you search
yeah.
Google around? She's the first choice every time. Supersedes all the zoos. She's at the top of all search.
Joe decided to rename his traveling show Big Cat Rescue Entertainment.
He did that as a ploy.
Is that
to,
legal?
help
Can you
his,
did you guys not trade
ratings on the internet.
Here's our logo, and here is what he started using. Notice that the entertainment below is a bit faded, so you don't even
I
see
feel like you
it.
could probably sue him for that,
The
right?
snow leopard eyes, we couldn't sue him over the cub petting, but we could sue him for violating our copyright. He continued to use the name, and he filed counterclaims to drag this out.
I'm gonna stay on your ass so hard that you're gonna end up in jail for fraud before this is over with.
I wonder
Everything I had
how
dreamed of and
each of
finding
their
out
lives would have been
reality show.
impacted if
So
they
this
just
morning we're
ignored
shooting
more.
He came to the zoo as a producer for Joe's reality show.
Doing
How
these
could you
internet
ethically
shows
agree to
was
that?
only my way of getting into the zoo. He signed a contract. I'll let you shoot a reality show if you'll go ahead and run my studio.
Oh, well, I wonder how much of his footage is being used in what
It
we're
worked out good for
currently
me.
seeing. Probably like a
I was
decent
like, hell yeah, I'm
job.
gonna- He was like a mythical character living out in the middle of bumfuck Oklahoma.
This guy
And
would make a
owned
great
1,200
character in a
tigers and
movie.
all that.
As like a
Shooting
narrator.
reality
I want a
shows
Tiger King
bedroom,
movie
get the
that
waking
explores
up.
this
Something
tiger
so far
mafia
back.
where this guy's
So much
narrating it. I
content.
feel like Matthew McConaughey could be a good
I
Joe
center it
Exotic.
into
I'd also
red
take like a
velvet,
Coen Brothers
whole
take
works.
on whatever's
And I'm
happening
gonna
here.
put it in the middle. Man, when he saw that footage, he went wild. He's like, I am the Tiger King. I've always been the Tiger King. Playing the shot over and over of him in his throne.
Jesus.
Joe's ego was so big, he would have done anything to become famous. I watched him fire people just because he knew the camera was
The
rolling.
disrespect around this place is ending
Poor
today.
workers.
You wanna know why Carol Baskin better ever see me face to face?
Whoa, dude.
And then the rabbit picture showed up on Facebook.
Sure, I don't want to, what's the
I
rabbit
was given a
picture?
picture via email from a lady in Florida of Big Cat Rescue's employees bashing rabbits in the head and posing
No.
like there's some kind of trophies with big
Please don't
smiles on
tell
their
me.
face. This is what I got sued over. Does that look happy?
The one lawsuit was about the rabbit photo, and the other lawsuit was about a bunch of photos. I believe they had just slaughtered a horse, and this is the horse's penis that he's holding. And it says, hey, Howard, suck my Captain Morgan, LOL.
The amount of cyberbullying that's happening between adults.
In early 2013, we were coming up to this trial in January, and we had filed a motion for summary judgment, and the judge announced that she
You
was
guys keep
granting our
saying you're
motion,
fighting for something bigger.
and his counterclaims
It's
were
about the
going away.
cats. It's not about the cats. It's about bullying and it's about this just
An Oklahoma man who goes by the name
Stupid
Joe
geek.
Exotic has agreed to pay a Florida animal sanctuary nearly $1 million to resolve a trademark infringement lawsuit.
The $1 million judgment, you know, I just thought she did it to make a point. I was surprised that she was actually trying to collect payment. Who has the millions to spend that amount of time in court? She did.
We were negotiating with the network to buy the show. It's the only way he was going to pay that $1 million. But it came to a crashing halt.
Oh, shit.
What?
These motherfuckers had blown up the studio.
Joe had gone to Chicago for a funeral.
I cried because all of our footage was in that studio, and I hadn't backed up anything outside the studio.
Always back up your
hit our facility and set fire to not only my recording studio, but
Was
the
it him?
studio that houses our alligator, which caused them all to burn up and perish.
For somebody to burn down the alligator house, they gotta be a pretty sick person.
So
because
Joe
they
or
burned
Carol?
up.
Carol Baskin, crawl this fence and try and hurt any of my animals again, and then I'm gonna put a bullet right between your fucking eyes. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
I
him
don't
to catch Carol Baskin
think you
in
should
this,
say
because
that
we got
out loud.
emails between her and my producer. She offered him $20,000 to get all the footage and set fire to my studio.
Her intent was to warn him, and we never made him any kind of
Rick?
offer or asked him for anything.
I want to see these emails.
I swear that's Rick Kirkman walking in front of the video that morning that it burnt down.
I was like in shock. That's my retirement that just
A
burned.
scenario was thrown at me. Do you think it could have been Joe? When that happened, he was out of town or for a funeral. What better timing? Nobody would have ever suspected him of calling to have it burned down.
Well, yeah, because if the network did get the footage and they did the reality show, and then you'd have to pay Carol the money.
A week before the studio burned to the ground, we had gotten into an argument. He blew up so bad when I showed him that contract. He was like, "You don't own me." I said, "Joe, actually, I do right now."
Where's the film? In my recording studio.
And they don't have
Don't say burn it.
See what I'm saying, Joe? Yeah, I hear you.
Do you see what I'm saying, Joe? Why was that being recorded? This dude's always
After the
doing something
studio
for
burned,
attention, always
whether
trying to make
he
money.
destroyed it or
Right?
not, it was
Some of the items within this fire were going to be under subpoena. That might have been a motivation to maybe destroy some evidence.
Joe did take advantage of a lot of people.
I could see that.
That's why I think the fire of the alligator habitat was a scam.
It's 100% a scam.
I got great news for you. JoeExotic.tv.
Is he like the head of
returns to
this
there. We're gonna
tiger
expose the
mafia
lies,
mob
the
I have
corruption,
concocted
and
in my
we're
head?
That building
Or is there someone
contained
above him?
computers that
I
held
feel like whoever would be in
information
charge
that we
probably
were
wouldn't want that
seeking.
much attention because they're not
I
that
suspect
dumb.
that Joe was responsible for having someone burn
Maybe
down
we
the
haven't met
building.
them yet, I don't know.
We've spent over $1 million in legal fees.
If you've got the money, you usually find yourself on the right side.
When Joe pretty much maxed out all the credit cards, he asked me if I wanted to put the zoo into my name.
They've done so many transfers and quitclaim deeds, no one can keep track of it, not even an attorney.
Joe kept thinking if he changed the name, it would just derail him and derail him. Well, it didn't. They just moved it to another lawsuit. I told Joe, how are you going to make money? How are you going to make money? How are you going to make money? He didn't have any other way to make money other than cub petting. So he
You
had
could have had a reality show if you didn't burn it down. Stop! What are you doing?
They just never stop screaming.
It still cost $60,000 to $70,000 a month just to feed all these animals. Things got so bad, he started negotiating with Carol and Howard on how to get out of it.
Me and Howard came to an agreement, and then he got Carol on the phone. She wanted my mom and dad's house as collateral. That was a deal breaker.
I thought you cared about the animals, Carol.
Jeff Lowe came onto the scene sometime in 2015. He just brought the persona that he was going to save the zoo, so we dubbed him the Godfather.
Okay, what?
Jeff was a businessman for sure. You could tell he's been through the business world a few times.
He liked the party life, he liked the scene. He's a swinger, him and Lauren swing.
Sure.
They use the tigers to entice them in.
So those like bait to get girls?
Oh yeah, it's good bait to get girls.
No, it
Who
does
doesn't wanna
not.
play with a baby tiger?
For, I guess,
Well,
like a
I
really
want to play with
beautiful
baby
woman
tigers,
to
but
get a picture with it.
shut up.
It's like
Do not put that cup in.
Into a Louis Vuitton bag.
There's
He rolled them through the casino, up into the suites.
anyone that thinks
was
that
their
that is
free ride.
okay is severely.
And girls
fucked up.
came.
I hope a cat eats one of these people, or all of you.
Joe went out to the mansion that Jeff Lowe had.
I think he got out there and he was enamored by the big house and the fancy cars, and he thought that here's my next victim.
He had the money to fight Carol.
Joe offered to pay them $5,000 a month. They said, well, that isn't good enough. She says, we want $5,000 a month, and you're gonna stop breeding, and you're gonna stop cub petting. And Joe says, well, how do you think I can make the $5,000 a month? I just got sick of it, and I stepped up.
That settlement agreement
I'm also
is
sick
so far from acceptable.
Whoa. Who's speaking, please?
Jeff Lowe.
With Jeff Lowe coming in to help him. Joe believed that if he just convinced us that he had endless resources to keep the lawsuit going, we would suddenly fold our tent and go away, which of course we were not going to do.
No. What about Carol's past behavior made you think she was going to do that, Joe?
And they said, we'll make it 35 if you can pay that. So Jeff got a cashier's check for $35,000. And then my lawyers recommended that we just dissolve the Carol Wayne Interactive Zoo Company and let Jeff open one in his name so Carol would have to start the lawsuits all over again.
What do you know about Jeff Lowe?
I know and tell on camera what's wrong with Jeff. That's so that one day this becomes a lawsuit.
When I met Jeff Lowe, I thought I could trust him. And oh my God, shit hit the fan. I didn't know
Why
that he
is
was
there
buying
not
a Ferrari
more government regulation around this? Like, why is this even happening?
His name, the evil side of Jeff and Lauren came out.
Jeff Lowe stole the zoo.
I don't even know where to start. So episode 3 was all about Carol and painting her as, you know, the crazy person, bad guy. And, you know, Joe, in comparison, starts to look like he's, you know, not great, but at least he didn't kill his partner. And then this episode is all about, well, just when you thought Joe was the good guy, relatively the good guy, here's all this just crazy information and stuff that he could be hiding, and like he might have completely just lit fire to his own studio to destroy footage and evidence, and he keeps stoking the fire with Carol. It's like, Joe, you're kind of part of your own problem here. And I don't know, I wish he would have honestly just like done some research or before he decided to steal Big Cat Rescue's brand image, I guess is what you would call it, because then half of the stuff wouldn't be happening, and these people are just wasting all of this money in these lawsuits. And it's, you know, from the beginning they say that they care about cats and they care about the rights of these animals, and everything that they're doing is just completely taken away from that, and it's not even about the cats anymore. And really, it's not. It's about these two people and their hatred for one another. And not that I want government to be involved in everything, but you have to question where are like the authorities or the representatives showing up being like, hey, what's going on here? It's just crazy to me. Everyone's a crazy person is pretty much my main takeaway. So I still maintain from the last episode, I think that there's some larger mob, mafia type situation going on, and I don't think that Joe or Carol, I don't think either of them are smart enough to be at the head of that, but I don't know, maybe that's where John Lowe, whatever his name is, comes in. It's really, really hard for me watching the tiger cubs being pulled from their mother almost immediately. I mean, that's a really messed up thing. I guess up until this point I thought like, well, obviously they're pulled early, but I didn't think it was literally like pop them out, take them, and that's really hard. I just wanted to laugh, and that's not happening. But we did get a music video at the top of the episode, so that was good. I'm getting ready to dive right into episode 5, which is titled Make America Exotic Again. Can we stop doing the Make America blank again as like jokes or puns or whatever, because it's kind of old. But anyway, still very into it. I know we only have 3 episodes left, so I'm very curious to see what storylines get wrapped up and what's kind of left for us to continue to ponder. If you like these reactions and you're enjoying watching them, let me know in the comments, and be sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when the next one drops, and we'll see you back here right on CinemaBlend's YouTube channel.